We are live. We are live. We are live. I'm so excited that you decided to join us today. Today is Tuesday in your entrepreneurial journey and in your business week. For you, it may be day two. You may work Sunday to Saturday. It may be day three. Whatever day it is, are you organized with your time? Making sure that you are organizing your time can be the answer to success or failure with your daily business. I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And I'm Brian Keith McNeill.
And we're gonna talk about
Getting organized.
Getting organized. Back in just a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. For those of you that are early to join us, we are talking today, Tuesday, on October the 26th, about organization. Yesterday, we talked a lot about starting your week with success and what that looked like. Took some prayer, some pre-planning, some structure, and today we're going to talk about
getting organized.
Getting organized.
This is going to take you guys back, and most of you guys won't get this reference. I'm going to go there anyway. Whenever I think about getting organized and saying it like that, it comes from a scene in a great movie called Willie Dynamite. Okay, Willie Dynamite was a pimp. And they had a pimp councils meeting where this pimp named Top, he wanted to have all the pimps get organized and give each one of them their own turf, and they can collectivize. If we collectivize and get organized, when the heat comes, we can ride it out. That was his plan.
I promise y'all, this did not come up in the pre-planning, pre-production workshops or talks that we have. I promise you that this is all Brian K. McNeill.
Let me break it down for you, Willie. Alone, you're always going to have to do it all by yourself. See, y'all know nothing about the Pimp Chronicles.
Well, in all honesty, that particular lesson is an important one that you could learn even as an entrepreneur. One of the things that I have learned as I have grown
the Pimp's collectivizing
is the importance of doing what you do best and hire others to do the rest.
Holla. Hiring others. Can't do it alone. All of our studying. And we're talking about getting organized today. I'm getting a little bit more serious than I was.
Really?
Get a little bit more, just a little bit. But getting organized. Now, both Lisa and I, we do assessments with our clients when we first get them and all that. And I asked them, what do they think are the key skills to be great at their game?
Good morning, Katura. Good morning, Brittany. Hey, Chef Red. What's good with you?
One of the skills that comes up a lot is, and I say, get organized. I said, now, when you say get organized, what do you mean? They said, well, with my stuff, being able to find all where my stuff is.
There's a lot of talk about their stuff and a lot of talk about their notes, and there's a lot of talk about their activities. But there's one thing that only a few mention.
Yeah.
That is actually one of the critical components of successfully building your business. I don't know where Lisa's
going, but I'm going to say getting organized with people. With people.
Yes, with people.
That is the key.
It really is. And if you believe in the fortune is in the follow-up, if you believe that the sale actually happens after 6 or 7 touches, then you understand the importance of getting organized with people. With people.
You need to be able, today in 2021 and going forward probably forever, gone are the days successful entrepreneurs can rely on memory. You can't rely on memory anymore. You have to be able to know how many times have you touched this particular client or potential client?
Mm-hmm.
Have I sent them an email? Have I made a phone call? Have I sent them a text? When was the last time I sent them a text? Who is owed another text?
Mm-hmm.
That level of organization, I'm believing, is the minimum requirements today to get in the game.
And a long time ago, it used to be all about you, your pen, your paper, and your notebook. Keeping track of when you called them, how many times you called, when was the last call.
3x5 cards.
I used to have a spreadsheet, much like this, and I do use a spreadsheet still for certain things.
Good morning, Mr. Ken Newbill.
That. Good morning. But you do have to have systems. I used to have a system where I would have the list of my prospective leads, and then I would have columns that I would put the dates that I contacted, and then I would have a system of acronyms or initials that would say what I did. VM, voicemail, LM, left message, CB, call back. They're going to call me back.
NOI, no interest.
Exactly. But that was then. And now, you're right, Ken, you can have systems. And a lot of times,
we want to be careful today not to name our systems.
Well, we're not going to name our system, but I might give you a suggestion of some systems, because there are quite a few.
Because there's so many systems
there are
out
lots of systems.
And there are a lot of them that work wonderful if you just work them.
Work them.
I want to be careful about saying names of systems that we use.
I don't care.
Really? You don't care?
No, I'm not.
The one who takes labels off of water bottles because they don't pay us to endorse them? Okay,
so I'm going to explain why. Because for those that know me, know that I'm going to share with you, honestly, the higher end and the lower end, and understand this. Even this works. So even if you don't have your handwriting is poor. Ken says paper scares me now. The handwriting is poor, and I lose Post-it notes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And even notebooks. Even if your handwriting was awesome, you still not
absolutely. But just know, Google is your friend. CRM is the type of tools that this falls under. CRM stands for
Client Retention Management System, or Customer Retention Management System,
or Client Relationship Management Tool.
Yeah. Now, I was so cheap, I always looked up free CRM. That's what I did.
And you can start with a free CRM.
We don't have any free CRMs anymore. But do you have one free? Because I don't have any.
It's not free because it integrates with my other systems. But understand that it doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be $1 million. So,
and I do think that's the key. It has to be simple enough that you will use it. Mm-hmm. You know your level of proficiency.
Absolutely. You understand your level of proficiency, and you know your needs. You understand your needs.
Sister Brittany says, I use the Notes app on my phone. I use the Notes app on my phone a lot, but only to remind me to put stuff someplace else, because it won't stay there. It'll stay there, but it's just notes. Look, if you look at my Notes app, I got a lot of notes. But
the Notes app also doesn't allow you to systematically sort your list and address the people that are interested, or to continue to nurture them without one-on-one contact.
And I use the Notes app and my voice recorder. I use it a lot. Sometimes I'll get an idea or reminder. But even that is weak because it's dependent upon me going back and listening to the recording again. So systems.
It is. And it is important that you do follow up. So if you don't follow up, you can have all the systems that you want, and it's not going to work.
And here's another cool thing about systems, that you can start your day off better. Oh my gosh, I can't even hardly. Lisa and I use calendars, shared calendars, and CRMs. I can't even remember how I lived without these tools. How did I make it through? Because they're essential now. They're so essential to everything we do. How did I make it through? How did I even have a business without using a CRM and calendars?
Absolutely. Ken says, I take notes on my phone with an email to myself to keep it top of mind in my inbox until it's filed appropriately. That is a good one.
Sending that email to yourself.
Absolutely. Yes. That is definitely a good one. I have an email box, a shared email. I have it in a shared email that I share with my admin for even things that I send that I have to do myself, because sometimes her job is to do it, and sometimes her job is to nag me until I did it. Because I know I need accountability on some things.
Organized today. We're talking about, and not just, not just your business, but your life. I want to talk that way. I saw a video yesterday of a friend of ours, James and Yolanda Penn, in their garage. They have like half their garage set up for like a circuit or workout, like we do here. But they do theirs together. They go around the circuit together. They do their whole things together. And they're also very busy people. I know they're very busy people, but they figured out a way to organize their lives to put in that 30 minutes to an hour every day of working out. They have organized that like that way.
That's good. That works for them.
Mm-hmm.
That works for them, but that doesn't necessarily work for me. Miss Phyllis also uses an app notes, but she always uses a calendar, and still do with my bills and phone. I get that.
Do you still have a guest there?
Yes, we have a guest today.
Okay, cool.
Our guest today
we do have a guest, y'all.
Is none other than, many of you know her as Tuyeni Akanke, the master educator. We get to introduce you today, and her and the launch of her business. We get to introduce you today for the new updated launch to her personality and her offering, which is so awesome. I am looking to get some additional details. She's been in and out of the green room. We're going to bring her up as soon as we can. Tuyeni Akanke Smith, aka Lakendra-Laverne Smith, M.Ed.
Good morning, Mr. Todd Saylor. How are you? Mr. Todd Saylor is another one of those guys that if you don't know him, you want to connect with him. He has 2 amazing books out. He has a whole philosophy and ministry and public speaking thing. His thing is wired differently. The kind of person that's wired in such a way that they get it done. Hang out with Todd Saylor, you'll become a get it done kind of person, man, because he jazzes you up. I remember the first moment, I'm going to just say this. Mm-hmm. I've said it before. I don't really have a man crush on the guy.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't. I don't have a man crush on him. But the first moment I met him, he hugged me so big and full. I was like, whoa, that was different. That was a different kind of greeting. You know, he saw me. We were there for the same thing, you know, but he saw me. His smile met my smile, and he greeted me with a big old hug. And I was like, man, that was different. And it felt good. I was like, okay, this guy's different. And he distinguished himself as different right away. Come on, baby, you got to go back to the thing.
I got to do what I'm doing. You can do what you're doing. You good. You're good.
I want to see something.
I get what you want, but you got what you got.
Oh,
I get what you want.
Mr. Denise Sayada, how you doing?
Good
One
morning,
of my favorite power couples. Good morning, Miss Denise. Okay. And Todd says, hey, my team. And he also says, Denise says, one of my favorite power couples. Todd says, I love you with a heart. Todd says, oh, stop it. I have the man crush. Melissa Price. Melissa, I missed you yesterday, Melissa. I missed Melissa yesterday, y'all. Melissa Price is in the house right now. But I said all that to say because Todd does have a very vibrant movement, you know, and the name of his second book, please post the name of your second book, Todd, is escaping me. But I know it's another amazing book, and I want you to connect with the guy. I want our audience to connect with him. Mm-hmm. So we do have an amazing guest today. We're looking forward to our guests. Normally, our guests come around 9:15. Is that going to be the case today?
Absolutely.
So we got 2 minutes to our guests, and we're looking forward to our guests.
Drit again? Is that what it's supposed to say?
I don't think that's
or try it again?
No,
or dry it again? Or maybe it's a typo. Fix it for me, Todd. We need to understand. So organization,
I think it's drift. Wait a minute.
Well, why don't you just let him fix it?
Okay.
Let's not guess it, okay? Drit again. And that is yes, or that is yes, I'm going to fix it. So getting very organized with people.
That's the key.
That is the key.
And drift again.
Wired differently
is the first book.
Drift again
is the second
book. Wow, yes. I look forward to seeing and understanding better what that's offering.
Now we have Wired Differently in the house.
I know.
On my bookshelf.
Absolutely, I've seen it. The 8 traits of supremely purposeful people.
That's the second book.
supremely.
So now our guest is in the
purposeful
green
people.
room. Is 9:14. Let me tell you about this young lady here. Okay, I remember the first time that we had her on something. Lisa and I had her on something virtually. She lives in Chicago, and she was nice. She was sweet. And we were talking to her. She was really cool. This was years ago. And then she told us she was also a poet. And me, kind of guy I am, I said, okay, so if you're a poet, why don't you bless us with a poem? And with that right there, the lights clicked on. Choom, choom. The music started playing. Choom. She had a swivel chair. She swung around in her chair, and then she goes, boom, boom, da 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 this and da da that. And I was like, whoa, this young lady got her string pulled and she brought it. To me, that distinguished her from someone differently. When someone gave her an opportunity to showcase her greatness, she came with it, and she came with it big. When she finished, I was like, whoa, she was waiting for that. And then that was like the first or second time that was the first time I saw her. And then the second time we saw her do something, we gave her another opportunity to say something or do something, and she did it big again, like boom, take this, and then take that, and then take this again. And I was like, okay, you're not gonna catch her off guard. She's coming with her stuff ready. She's become our friend. She calls us her ministerial parents, which I kind of like. Okay, I guess we'll go with that. So I get to call her daughter.
Yeah. So, but beyond that, and I do understand the.
Oh, I gotta say some more stuff about her too. Gotta say some more stuff.
Hey, Dr. Beverly.
When she was working with Lisa, now I'm the sales coach. Lisa thought she should talk to me. Okay, so I get her on the phone with her. This is not gonna make her look good either.
I'm not gonna make you look good.
I get on the phone with her. I asked her just some basic stuff, and she was like, rah, rah, rah. I said, okay, well, how about this? Rah, 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 rah. I'm like, come on now. Da, 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 da. I said, look, this is why I'm here. Rah, rah, rah. And then she goes, look, I'm not feeling you. Okay, I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling your whole family. Dishonor on you. No, she ain't say that.
She didn't say none of that.
She didn't say that. But I got off the phone and I'm like, Lisa, this girl is not feeling me at all. I can't connect with her. We're not feeling each other. But then we made amends and she explained to me why. So I'm going to put her on the spot today and have her talk about that too. Good morning, Dr.
And none
Beverly.
of those are the reasons why she's on here
So
today.
you go ahead, baby.
My goodness.
You go ahead.
She is on here today because even though we know and love Tuyania Conke-Smith as the master educator, she and poet and activist and performer and dancer and all of these amazing things, she has been educating herself and has decided to work with so many of the school systems and the social systems that were dealing with issues that they were misunderstanding about teaching our children. As she approached and attacked that, she realized that she had some other amazing skills, some special skills that are needed to help bring alignment to people, not just in the school system, but in business and in life.
Okay.
And that is why we are bringing to the forefront, not just Tuyania Conke-Smith, the master educator, but Lakendra-Laverne Smith, M.Ed, and I am bringing my baby.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here, and I am. Y'all saw me laughing in the background. I'm like, okay, I got to talk today.
Well, we're excited to have you. Now, before we launch into asking you stuff, we're going to give you some stage. Please introduce yourself however you would like to.
Actually, I would like to play her commercial if that's all right.
Let's do it.
No, you can come back and introduce yourself, but I want to share your official commercial.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is for the entrepreneur, corporate manager, or school leader. Some days your work makes you feel cold, but there is a consultant who will bring out the heat in you. Do you have your own business? Are you in your career and you hold a high position? Do you run a charter or public school and you want to increase teacher and student retention? Don't worry. The solutions lie inside a Chicago native and dear sister friend. Lakendra-Laverne's work is both practical and holistic. She is a...
Let it play.
I didn't stop it. I don't know why it
Yeah,
stopped.
it's only 30 seconds because the whole video won't fit on this platform. But if you are looking to see the entire video, just go ahead and go on my page. It's right there.
All right.
All right. So now that's played. Now I want to give you that time because we want to hear you. Introduce yourself however you like.
If you got a business, let a girl know. I have many clients walking through the door. You just gotta get your structure in a row and make sure your culture lets everybody know that you have integrity. You love the community. You not just about the money. Come on and roll with me. Come on and flow with me. Come on and sew with me inside these currencies. Come on. I got the business keys to the doors of prosperity. Come on, let's go. I am Lakendra-Laverne Smith. I am a holistic business and education consultant. I am here to give you all of your holistic and practical education and business needs. Come on.
We got to tell you some stuff too.
Yes.
Melissa Price says your commercial gave her goosies. Great job. Todd Taylor said, it's awesome. Wow, already. Melissa Price says, and then you got to breathe. I miss you, Annie Beats. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Peace and love. Peace and love. Hey, I'm so happy.
Let me get this quick commercial in. Todd Taylor says, anyone who asks today will get a free copy of his books. And I promise you he meant that. Anyone who wants one of his books, he'll give it to you today for free. Now back to Mr. Yanni.
Peace and love, y'all. I'm so happy to be here. This is like a full circle moment for me because when I look back and I think about all of the journeys that I have gone through to get to this place of balance in my life, I'm like, the first way that I started to kind of like crystallize what I was doing is when I published my first audiobook. And I got in there, and while talking to Mama Lisa, I'm like, whoa, this is what my business is going to be. See, I had already promised myself I was going to start a business in 2018 when I moved back to Chicago in 2016. So I'm like, in 2 years, you're going to start a business. I did not know how. But in 2017, God gave me my parents in ministry, my parents in empowerment. And to that point, my dad and you, Ryan, y'all birthday is like maybe 2 days apart. It's a Sagittarius thing. I'm also Sagittarius. So I am as much Christian as I am African spiritualist, as I am astrologer, as I am all of those things. And so I'm also a Sagittarius. And a Sagittarius is a very masculine energy. And so what happens is when I walk into the room, right, a lot of times I feel more masculine because I'm like, I'm not clear. I'm asking questions. I'm transparent. I'm straight to it. And it can be jarring a bit because I got this big smile and then I'm like, no. And so it's part of me that I've had to accept because it's not a personal thing. Like, Brian, I have always seen this light from you, right? And I'm like, well, what's the trigger here? And I'm like, my daddy do that. My daddy do that. My father does that. And what has had to happen is I have had to soften, and embody more of my feminine energy to really be able to receive my dad and really be able to receive what he comes with, because this Sagittarius men, baby. And so, while I healed with my father, I was able to heal with you. And when I was in North Carolina, I was really able to really just see how big your love is, and be grateful to just experience that strong masculine energy, because I was all feminine.
Now, you said so much. There's so much meat on that bone. Miss Felicia says, love her energy. It's so contagious. It's a blessing to be able to share your energy with people. It really is. And it's a gift to be able to share your energy with people. I want you to know that, if you can get that done, especially through a screen, come on. But when you came visiting us, you said it today already, how this is a full circle moment for you. Mm-hmm. And when you came and visited Lisa and I a couple of months ago, was maybe not even that long. Last month, okay. But you said it at the airport when we picked you up, kind of like coming full circle,
Mm-hmm.
And you thanked a lot of people, which I think is a strength, that you can thank a lot of people for your journey. that means a lot of people wanted to help you, or a lot of people wanted to see you successful. And I think that's amazing, actually, that you have built up a circle. So kind of speak a little bit on that, how you built up, or the necessity of having other mentors, other, whatever you want to call them.
Oh yeah. So for me, I think that I have to be, ain't no thing to it. I have to be really honest about the fact that I have had to deal with this energy of abandonment in my life. Okay. And that energy of abandonment had conditioned me to feel like, now you're gonna have to do everything by yourself. You know, if people don't get up and do the work, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and do that thing. Your mom, you know, your mama not even here full time, so you can't expect nobody else to be your mama. Like it's all of these things. And then I'm like, well, when people will come around and give me that mothering energy, they would always leave. Right. So I'm kind of like, I'm in this thing by myself. But as I continue to do my work and to heal through my traumas, and some people will say shadow work or my dark spaces or those past experiences, I realize that God is like, I am God, and I am represented in all of the people around you. Demand the type of energy you want in your life. So I'm not gonna lie, I prayed deeply. I cut off a bunch of people who were not authentic in their energy with me. I literally, I went through some hard situations, some hard moments. And then what did I do? I stopped trying to help everybody else's business. And I started with my own thing and just asked for help. Like, look, there's a lot of people who say they love me. If you love me, then you go come help me with what I'm focused on right now. A lot of people who say they want to, if you want to be in my life, then you're going to hear me talk about my business. You're going to get mad because I'm going to mention literacy all the time. I'm going to mention how that connects to emotional maturity, all of these things. My best friend, Nandi, will tell you, like, over and over again, I talk about literacy because it's my thing. And there's some people who, if you can't hear me when I'm talking about my passion, if you get offended and triggered, I'm not for you. And so what I had to realize is that my path was not about having people validate me. And when I stopped that, and when I said, well, God, I want people around me who are authentic to themselves, who know how to love and want to be loved. And I'm gonna stay and stand in this place and wait for them to emerge. Mama Lisa, Dr. Deborah, Baba Brian. I mean, first of all, the Empowerment Network taught me that it was possible. That's no BS. Like, y'all taught me that it was possible to create a real and authentic community of people who really gonna love us. You know what I'm saying? And so the Empowerment Network was my first kind of stomping ground for that. And then I realized that I could do this with the Homegirl Huddle. And I could do this with my personal friend group. And I could do this with every energy in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm a little long-winded, but we
want to hear you. So
yeah, you got to decide. My biggest thing that I would say, you have to decide who you are and what type of energy and people you need in your life. I need big people, big energy in my life. So I had to deal with my ego. I had to deal with my insecurities. I had to deal with all of that energy that wasn't comfortable with somebody else big sitting next to me or helping me or moving me forward.
Well, I really, really appreciate your transparency today. And you actually revealed some areas of your vulnerability. Katura Green said, I wish I had that type of energy. Miss Felicia Gardner says, okay, Queen, you better preach. And then amen, she says, okay. You know, there's something it's hard for me to help people to understand it, but you're kind of speaking on it. You know, there is people that are for you. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're a thought leader, especially if you're willing to open your mouth. There are people that can hear you, Lakendra, and then there's other people that can't hear you. And there's people that can hear you and can't hear Lisa. But they can hear Lisa, but they can't hear you. Mm-hmm. You are not for everybody. None of you on this feed are. Anybody and everybody is not your people. No. Okay. Only the right fit for you. And you have to find your fit. Now, one of the beautiful things I have to say, especially this summer, that you kind of, you let the world see more of you. The more of you that you let the world see, the more of your people can find you.
Absolutely.
Like fireflies going to the light,
The more authentic and comfortable in our own skin that we can become, the more that we can attract not only those that are for us, but those who have been hiding from themselves.
Say it. Why would they
have been hiding from themselves?
You kind of give them permission to not hide. by being authentic?
Y'all see, this is how I know y'all my parents for real, because these are the things that, you know, people are always telling me. A lot of my friends are like very loving, feminine women, right? Not all of them, but a lot of them are just really, and they're like, you know what, Tiani, like, we love you so much, and like, we love the fact that you are audacious. We love the fact that you're willing to be transparent, and you help give us a little of that energy. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, I have been working to embody a little bit more of my feminine energy because the masculine is no longer necessary. Like, the storm is over now. Like, the storm is over now. Like, it might be some rainy days. There might be, you know, there might be some issues here and there, but the storm is truly over now.
And that's exactly true.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
And so often when we build our personality during trauma, that becomes our persona.
Yeah.
When we build our personality during our trauma, that becomes our persona. And sometimes it's just not necessary. Sometimes it's just not necessary. Just like when a soldier comes back from war, while he was at war, he was a warrior.
That's right.
When he comes back from war,
around his wife and kids,
now
he can't be that guy.
Absolutely. But I was going to say, even now, if he comes back and he's in a different role, let's say he goes into police, right? So now he sees I'm still wearing a uniform, but he may mistake the fact you're not a warrior now. As a police officer, you're a peacekeeper. So some of the elements of your abilities are going to be beneficial to the job when they are beneficial. As a peacekeeper, you can't be walking around with the same vigilance that you did as a warrior, because you're going to absolutely, you will actually cause some of the things that you are intended to prevent.
You know, I'm gonna let you get back in here, my sister, but I love that you said you were letting some of your, and I don't know if I fully understood it the way I'm trying to understand it. Okay. That you let more of your feminine energy come out because the masculine energy that you needed to get through your storm is no longer necessary. And that kind of struck me because I've never been a woman before. Okay. And I've never had feminine energy before, I don't think.
But what is also, and I want to let you answer that, but then I want to respond to it as well.
Okay. Well, first things first is that when I started studying my womanhood about 8 years ago when I entered into my trauma healing process called Rites of Passage. It was a 9-month spiritual pregnancy where I gave birth to Tiani Akonke. Through that process, I was able to understand the power of the womb. As women in this society, we have to know the power of our womb. Yes, our menstrual cycles might be painful to us, but that means that we need to heal from the inside out, because there are some women like myself who I don't have cramps in that way. And when I do, it lets me know that I got to deal with something inside myself. I understand that the power of the womb lets me know that I am directly God. I am the body of creation. And so a lot of times, you know, growing up in the hood, I'm from the west side of Chicago. We are taught that if you got these hands, we are taught that if you able to curse somebody out, if you able to stand 10 toes down, like what's up off by the whole crowd in the street, that's your power. But that's not how I was born. I was born a smiling baby. I was born, my whole family took care of me, wrapped arms around me. I was born into the space where I could be feminine. And then the world and abandonment tainted my truth. So the whole goal is getting back to my truth. And the truth is that I'm feminine, right? Now in business, I get things done. So I use a little bit of masculine energy, but I can imagine myself on a couch, just like with grapes and cherries, you know what I'm saying? Just in my feminine energy, because being a woman is powerful enough. I don't got to be too loud, although, you know, that's part of me, right? I don't have to be aggressive. I don't have to snatch and take what I want, because abundance and prosperity is already for the taking. You know what I'm saying? Abundance and prosperity flows. And so I'm looking to flow. Yeah.
We've had some amazing guests, y'all, haven't we? We've had some amazing guests. We got another one today.
Absolutely.
Couture Green says, whew, good stuff. Felicia Gardner says, you better preach, Lisa. That's so true. You can't be the problem that you're trying to solve. And good morning to you, Arthur Lynette, as well.
Absolutely. Good morning. And Todd Saylor, thank you so much. He says she's amazing for this show, and she absolutely is.
And thanks for the show. Yep.
So I want to shift some language that helped me, and it's understandable that we call this masculine and feminine energy. It's understandable because those are the characteristics that are most assigned to men, and those are many of the characteristics that are most assigned to women, right? But understand assertiveness, boldness, and strength are powers that we get to have as women, but they have been misrepresented or misunderstood by those who only like the softer side.
Yeah, because if a woman is too aggressive, that means she's
not so much, right? So that I can operate in both and be feminine, but you begin to describe it as masculine if it infringes or encroaches upon something that you hold to be uniquely your own, particularly as a man, right? So as a woman, I get both. One of the things you said, you've never been a woman. I understand that. And a lot of the relationship that we had did not have me standing or operating in much of my assertive or masculine energy because I had healed from a lot of the requirements to be in that energy. I had to be
you had a dude that you knew.
I had to be self-protective for so long. I couldn't allow anybody else to be my masculine energy. I had to masculine myself.
But you had me to do it. Then you had to do that anymore. Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead.
And what I really need to say is this, right? So a lot of people get it messed up. Masculine doesn't mean man, feminine doesn't mean woman.
Absolutely.
Let me just get that there because that's just what it is. What I'm saying is that the feminine energy brings about certain types of energies in your life. So with me being more masculine than I was feminine, right? I was still a woman because this woman was here. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But what it's about is balance, right? So it's not even necessarily that I'm going to be more feminine than masculine. It's that I will walk into a room and people be like, she's beautiful, but she might be my ass. Excuse my French. I might go into a place and people are like, wow, I'm naturally intimidating. So that's on them. But I also know that there are some parts on me that I was defensive. I created boundaries.
That is. Thank you.
And it's not only about it, the balance is really important. It is also about healing and doing that work that we had to do, that we get to do, to know when to use what tools.
Exactly.
To know when to use what energy.
Y'all two really going.
You be uncomfortable
with these conversations, Brian.
You be uncomfortable with these conversations, so I'm just gonna be honest about that. But we could do that another time.
Anyway, there's a reason why I'm breaking that up. Arthur says, wow, what powerful energy did I tune into? Stephanie Mars says, good morning. Dr. Beverly says, when a woman is safe, she will conduct herself accordingly. When a woman has to handle her business, she still will conduct herself accordingly. Now, I wanted to read that, catch those things up, and interrupt you guys for just a moment. Because, Lakendra, right now, you've been amazing on our show already. And there's probably somebody on here that says, wow, I want to connect with her. Okay. How do you prefer someone that wants to connect with you in whatever way? Okay, it could be just to make a comment or to get your books or get your audios or to tune in or become a part of your tribe. How do you prefer people connect with you?
Everything is on my website. Everything. www.truthinspiresyou.com.
Truth inspires you, and is you spelled out?
Yep, it's just like a sentence. Nothing is misspelled, nothing is, yep, that's it. Truthinspiresyou.com. That's
where you can go if you want to connect with her or see what's going on with her or see if there's any way that they could be supportive of you and your mission.
Indeed. And again, you all can connect with me on Facebook. My name is still Tuyania Conke Smith on Facebook because I am all the women of me. And I don't they're finally merged. So I'm excited. Connect with me. My website has everything though. Every place that you will need to connect with me on, even with social media, there's links to my social media accounts. Like, I'm official. So I'm excited, and it
is an exciting time, and you should be excited. It's a dynamic season for you, but the thing I love the most about it is that it seems to me that you're fully embracing all of it. You're showing up for all the lessons. You're embracing the hiccups. you're embracing the storm, but you're also embracing the peaceful day too. So that's exciting. Okay.
Yes, I thank you all for creating such a beautiful foundation. Like Brian, what you taught me about being able to communicate what I offer. I mean, it's not cookie cutter. It's authentic. Like you know how to do sales. You know what I'm saying? Both of you all very much know empowerment, and I just feel great to know that whatever I need, I can always just tap into the Empowerment Network or any of my other networks. But the Empowerment Network, you all. Like it's my home. Like I think of the Empowerment Network as my home, and I will always ring the bells of joy for this place. Like I
love that you've connected with Dr. Deborah, Shanrika, and
Brittany. Yes,
of course. I love it.
Shanrika, that's my baby. Okay, like
Shanrika Crawford Benjamin, who wrote the book. Children love money.
Kids love money.
Kids love money. They just don't understand it.
And that woman knows money. Like she knows money. She just wants to break it down for kids. It's not even that she just only has this knowledge for children. Like, no, she knows money. I'm like, sis, come hook me up. Like she's amazing. Like you all are connected with so many amazing people. Dr. Deborah, man, she just soothes my heart and just gives me some solid energy. Her and Mama Lisa in the room, I'll be like, all right. Just take me down.
I got a chance to witness this actually. Stephanie Mars came through as well.
Absolutely.
In my living room. Now I didn't want to sit in the room with them, but because there was too many women in the room. So I went outside into the gazebo and had a cigar. But I could see them and I could see the animation and I could see them falling on each other and all of that stuff. But I ain't want to be in there.
Hey, man, Felicia, we are grateful. Felicia was not feeling well yesterday. She was actually in the hospital. And she says, I need some of that energy as I am healing. I'm feeling better since yesterday. And I'm on the road to recovery. Praise God. All of you guys are so inspiring. We're grateful.
Thank you, Miss Felicia, for saying so. And you recovering is inspiring.
Absolutely.
Indeed. So really quick before we leave, if you are interested in really taking a class with me and understanding what it is that I bring to the world, on this Saturday, October 30th, I will be hosting a free class. It's called Mental Mastery 101. Read, write, think, listen, and speak like a boss. You can go to my Instagram page. And it'll be on the website a little later today. But again, go and tap in. You all need to really understand that reading, writing, thinking, listening, and speaking is not, these are not just things that we were supposed to learn in school and keep them there. A lot of people believe that they can just succeed in the world just off of self-taught information and the skills that have not been fully developed. We can't succeed because God gonna make way. But we have to understand the language of our oppressors in order to not continue to be oppressed by them.
Literacy. I want you to continue down that vein, but I want to say this to you. We got 2 minutes left with you, okay? And I'm giving you this whole 2 minutes, and you can do with it whatever you want.
Okay.
But consider the audience you're speaking to a mature, entrepreneurial, loving audience. So whatever you want to leave our audience with in the last couple of minutes, the floor is yours.
Absolutely. So I want to share this really quickly. I want you all to think about the challenges that you have at work. And I want you to think about whether or not these challenges are connected to reading, writing, thinking, listening, and speaking. Perhaps you hate going to meetings all the time, right? Well, why do you hate going to meetings? Is it the attention span? Is it that you can't really understand what people are saying? Is it because you don't really have a connection to what you're learning in the meeting? You all have to understand that every pain point that we have in our life, right? Understanding our emotions, that's a critical thinking skill. Being able to write in our journeys from our dark places, those are writing skills. Being able to find resources to help us understand ourselves better. We can't just look at videos all the time because there is some understanding that we gather and we develop through the reading process. I'm here to let you know that being illiterate in our society has been normalized. Not being able to read, write, think, listen, and speak with fidelity is the reason why our education system fails, is the reason why there are so much depression, heartache, and sickness in our world. And it's the reason why so many entrepreneurs stay on the ground. Come on, holla at me. I got everything.
Thank you. You've been amazing, and we knew that you would be. Can you hang out another 6 minutes in the green room, or do you have to jet off?
I can hang out.
All right, we'll see you back in shortly.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you, my sister. Did she bring it, y'all, or what? Did she bring it or what, y'all? Yes, she did. I enjoyed her very much. How about you, baby?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can go to truthinspiresyou.com to connect with Tuyani in all of your social media ways and to sign up for Read, Write, Think,
Go ahead.
Speak.
Did you just roll your eyes?
Yes.
What the heck is that? Are you like 9 now or something? Rolling out.
Hey, Sharika. So glad you got to drop in even just for a moment.
Tuyani was on here. She was talking. Oh, you caught something? Or you missed Tuyani, but we shouted you out several times. I enjoyed that very much, and I'm actually looking forward to my day. Today is a Tuesday, and every Tuesday at 1 p.m., I bring some word on the Sales Confidence Podcast. Woo, woo, woo. The Sales Confidence Podcast. This is going to be episode number 10 already. My 10th episode of my weekly podcast. Today, we're talking about the numbers that you need to know to successfully sell. The numbers that you need to know to successfully sell.
Absolutely. And we still have time. We've got 5 minutes left. You think we can run through the songs in 5 minutes?
Oh, gosh, yes. Last night, we're going to make it through. Last night, I did a workshop for a group of network marketers, a network marketing company. The workshop was, why are people afraid to sell? And that'll be up shortly. So let's go through our greeting songs. What we're about to do is we like to thank our consistent contributors and thank people that have been rocking with us for a long time, like Miss Phyllis. Miss Phyllis has a greeting logo, and it goes, Miss Phyllis is here, so clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. It's Katora is here.
Back to live. Go comments. Back to Katora Green. How do you? Come on, baby.
I am back. I promise you, you're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. You can start it again.
Let's try this again. You're gonna learn today. Back to life. Back to Katora Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need
Good
it?
morning, Miss Katora Green. Miss Brittany Thomas is here.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Brittany. Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev, is here. Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts the good food in me.
Not. That's right, Chef Rev. How you doing, sir? Ken Newville, we got to get you a jam, man. Todd Saylor, we got to get you a jam as well, man. Miss Melissa Price is here. I'm not going to play with this today. Melissa Price, he requires a sip of water. Bam, 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 bam. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price.
Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Todd. I do want to put the link up there because Todd has made an amazing offer. Todd, matter of fact, if you're willing to come back and make that offer in person, why don't we have you on as a guest so that you can offer your books to our audience,
I would love
where
to
they
have
have the
Todd.
chance to understand about you. We have,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's been since the new book. So, Todd,
Okay.
I'm going to let Brian reach out to you and let's schedule that. But for those of you who want to be a part of the Empowerment Circle, just go to bit.ly/empowerment2021 to join the mailing list. We will add you and your email to the mailing list. I promise you we won't spam you. And then if you have anything exciting that's coming up in your world that you want to share with our audience, we'll have the opportunity to share it that way as well.
Miss Felicia's here.
Mm-hmm. Felicia, we love you.
You're the one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia.
Good morning,
Dr. Beverly is
Felicia.
here. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Dr.
Good
Deborah Dunstan is here.
morning.
Dr. Deborah, we shouted you out like 3 times today.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
You made it in time for songs, but you missed Tuyani. Tuyani was our guest today. Lakendra-Laverne actually was our guest today, and she rocked. Mark Greer is here.
Arthur Lynette is here.
At this table we sit,
making it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show, that's right. Stephanie Morris is here.
Stephanie, life has new meaning to me.
There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Ooh. Good morning, Stephanie. How you doing?
Good morning. Sharika has a song.
What's her jam?
All about the Benjamins.
Tell me about the Benjamins, baby. Tell me about the Benjamins, Sharika. What's up?
That's right, Sharika. That's what's up. And Brother Mark. Last but not least.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Sharika, let me tell you how I can forget. We've got well over 50 greeting jams that we've created over the years.
And we are well over 50 years old.
And we're well over 50 years old. So I need prompts sometime.
That's right. So how about that as two major tips that can help you to organize in life, right? So tip 1 is be very, very organized with people.
Mm-hmm.
And tip 2 is be organized with your daily theme songs.
We need, we'll remember everything. We can remember anything, but sometimes we need a clue or a prompt to come back in with us. But it's I'm picking.
Sharika says, I'm picking. I forget you guys are seasoned.
Girl, this ain't cotton in my face.
Yeah, this is seasoning. This is Old Bay seasoning.
Old Bay. Wow. You Old Bay now? Wow.
I got Old Bay, honey.
Wow. But anyway, do we get everybody?
Yes, I think we got everybody. If we've forgotten anybody, please, please, please raise your hand and count it to our head and not to our hearts. We are living daily to succeed.
We had an amazing guest today. Okay, amazing. And we knew we would. We've had some amazing guests. We've had a run of amazing guests. And tomorrow we got another one. Tomorrow we got Star Babatoon.
Star Babatoon.
I learned about Star because
Starpoints.com.
Yeah, Star Points.
Oh, I love it.
Les Brown has been bragging on Star Babatoon for more than 10 years about how she's such an amazing speaker. If Les Brown come out of his mouth saying your name, how awesome you are, and she's been on my stuff too. When she was on my Clubhouse, everybody comes and they bring their stuff. She did it like Tugani did it. You gave her the mic and said, come in and share something. And she brought it big and bold.
Right.
I love that about Star.
Come out the gate letting people know who you are.
Whoa.
And what you got.
But she's our guest tomorrow.
And so I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it.
All right, so we got to get out of here. You guys have an amazing day.
Continue to build, grow, love, and it's Tuesday, so don't forget to have sex.